All right, the ultimate question, how to warm up, right? You get to the gym and you're finally there, but you don't want to spend 20 minutes foam rolling and going through the motions. Before then, you're tired and your boss is calling you for an overdue paper and you're already late for work. What do you do when you gotta get and warm up in and you're stuck trying to figure it out? Well, my name is 𝔬𝕗𝕝𝕝 and I'm here to give you the keys to warming up that make it efficient for any parent or anyone struggling with time on their hands. Because as we know, time is important. And you don't want to just spend your gym time willy-nilly just jumping into heavy work sets, but you don't want to also forget that doing too much in your warm-up can take away from the potential benefits of the actual workout. So where do we start? I like to tell people the 3-step series: activate, elongate, potentiate. Now, what do I mean by that? AEP, we can even think of it that way, okay? So I like thinking of going through the activation drills. Now, my favorite is gonna be the inchworm complex. So how I start off with that is I'm standing feet shoulder width apart. This is my basic warm up for every day. And I'm gonna hinge, not bend at the waist. I'm gonna hinge back, get my butt out, and bring my hands along down the side of my shins. From here, I'm gonna walk myself out into push-up position, okay? And then I'm gonna slowly walk toe to heel all the way up and try to get as close as I can to my hands, making sure I get my calf all the way to the floor. Now, you might not be as flexible as me, but you work with what you got. And then I even get a little bit of rocking in here and really get the posterior chain and also the nice and backs of my legs, calves, and ankles loose. From here, I'm stepping out, okay? And here's the key. Now I'm gonna get into a nice little hinge position, bring the leg up, and from here, I'm in a half kneeling position, and I'm gonna push my left elbow against the inside of my left knee, and while doing that, open up with my right. And notice I'm following my eyes with my arms. And what I'm doing is I'm loosening up my thoracic spine here. So I like doing this a few reps, okay? And then I'm gonna switch sides and go to this side, open up and follow, okay? And then I'm gonna end in the sweet spot here, where I'm gonna sit into a nice low holding squat position. Just like when you're kids, right? When you're a baby, these guys, my kids can get in this position all day. I get in it and I get stuck. But that's what we're doing this for. So you can push against those knees, open up those hips a little bit. You can even feel my body kind of working through the soft tissue and loosening here. And I push even against the groin. Get this nice and open, okay? And then from here, I'm gonna get nice and up, and this is where you work on. Now, since we activated, we elongated with working through the motion of the hip, then we're gonna potentiate, and that's where you've got options, right? I can even do a nice down, broad jump, and potentiate some little bit of power. You can do a little bit of some slams, okay? Or you can just simply do a little bit of jumping jacks, okay? A little bit of things then to get the heart warmed up and potentiate a little bit of power work just to get your blood flowing, right? We want to draw blood to the body at this point to prepare it for work. So one thing I will often do if it's a lower body day is then some sort of movement that mimics the main exercise. So we just took, what, 2 minutes there? Then I'm gonna do something, what this is called the Kang squat. So think of like King Kong. This is the Kang squat, where I'm gonna then grab a medicine ball or sandbag, and I'm simply going to hinge, back, okay? Bring it forward, squat, up, okay? Again, hinge, twist it to a squat, and up. Hinge, twist it to a squat. This is called the Kang, okay? A few reps of this, then you can even work your power back in, and you're ready to go. And that's an effective warm-up. You don't need to be spending tons of time, 20 work sets, 20 warm-up sets. Now, I will say when you get to your exercise, 1 or 2 good warm-up sets is good, but you don't have to spend 30 minutes getting to your 1 rep max weight. You can just literally get a good warm-up, get a couple warm-up sets, and then get to the load, right? As you get older, it becomes more important about the actual effort you're putting in with less time, right? Not about the volume and trying to be in there for hours upon hours that we don't have when we have kids, jobs, stresses. So hopefully that helps give you a good tip for today, and make sure you stay tuned for more. Like, follow, subscribe, and make sure you guys have a blessed weekend.